Good morning, everybody. It's another episode of Intellectually Honest, unedited, uncut. We're going to get right into it. Before we get right into it, though, y'all know the deal. Go and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. That way you'll be notified every time I drop. You help this channel keep growing, help the YouTube algorithm push it out there to the forefront. That way people will be more exposed to this energy. And without further ado, we can go ahead and open up. So I saw the game last night. And I got some takeaways from it. I got one takeaway from it. Just one. One thing that I took away from the game last night. But before we do that, let's get into some stats. So I got the stats up. That way I'm being honest, being factual, being intellectually honest. Let's get started. I got DeMar DeRozan played the most minutes in the game. But it looks like it was warranted because he had probably the best overall game of anybody on the team. So 28 points, seven rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, no blocks, 58% from the field, 0% from three. I think DeRozan is starting to come back down to earth with this hot shooting streak that he's been on. He had us all fooled. He probably had himself fooled thinking that he was a Ray Allen or Reggie Miller, but he's he's just DeRozan from the three. I don't think he need to be getting 4 threes a game. That's just me. I think that he needs to, depending on if he gets 2, I think he should get 2. And then depending on how those 2 shots go, he might earn himself some extra threes in that game. But I don't think he should come out there with the desire to shoot 4 threes a game. I just don't think that's an efficient method of scoring, is to have DeRozan shooting that many threes. But overall, whatever. Efficient scoring day. 85.7% from the free throw line. 4 turnovers to 1 assist. Now, that's not good. I guess that probably plays into the -7 player efficiency that he had. But either way, he had a good game. Zach LaVine, a low scoring game for him. A very inefficient scoring game for him. If we're looking at the numbers, 16 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal, no blocks, 37.5% from the field. That is not good when you one of the top scoring options on the roster. That's not what you want from that guy. 16 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal, 37.5% from the field, 40% from 3, so that's good. That's Alonzo Ball stat line. Low key. Efficient from the 3, but inefficient from the rest of the. Anywho, and no free throws. Look at that. Just like Lonzo. Lonzo-esque. The -4 in the plus minus for Zach. So not an efficient night for him in any sense of the word, except for 3. The number 1 son, Lonzo Ball, the reason why we're here. 11 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists, a steal, 33% from the field. Woo! That bucket was closed for Lonzo and Zach last night. But Lonzo, this is the beauty of Lonzo Ball. So even if he's not scoring efficiently, and I know normally he'll be low efficiency from the rest of the field, but his 3-point percentage would be like 45%. Not this time. This time that 3-point percentage was right down there with it. 27.3. Come on, Lakers, Lonzo in the building. Let's go. And of course, 0 free throws because Lonzo don't like free throws. But yeah, the thing about Lonzo is if you watch the game, you really was tapped in. You saw that Lonzo still had a positive impact on the game. This man had 11 rebounds. That's your point guard. Come on, Vooch, where you at? Oh, no, never mind. Vooch had 13. Vooch had 13 rebounds, so he was there with it. We're going to get into Vooch, though. But yeah, Lonzo Ball, 11 rebounds. That's your point guard. 6 assists. Come on. He almost had a triple-double. 4 turnovers. That's not good. -1 plus minus. So not a great game by Lonzo or Zach scoring wise. And that's very important for my takeaway. The one takeaway I have. Keep in mind, Lonzo and Zach did not have great games scoring the ball. Keep that in mind. Moving on to Vucevic, Nikola Vucevic. Vooch, the third member of the big three. How we feeling about Vooch, man? Let me know in the comments. How we feeling about Vooch? Because I remember I was saying last year how this is when I got into the whole spiel about why Julius Randle is better than Zach LaVine because Julius Randle made the playoffs and Zach LaVine didn't, blah blah blah. And one of the things that people were saying was that Vucevic got COVID or somebody got COVID last year, and I'm like, I'm starting to think Vucevic just ain't that good. I think that the excuses have kind of like run out. And I know he's made the playoffs before, but it's like the East, when he made it just a couple years ago, ain't the East now. You know what I'm saying? It's just not. The Hornets, like the East has come up. The Hawks, the East has evolved since then. I think Vooch is not really a star. I think he looked like a star because he was in Orlando. It's kind of like that big fish in a small pond type of thing. You know, like I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Vooch is not a star center. He's a star center only in the record books because, like I said, the big fish in a small pond kind of thing going on. He looked better than what he actually was. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, he's not a star center to me. I was one of the ones saying we need Vooch back when Tony Bradley was in there being Tony Bradley. I was one of the ones saying that we need Vooch back, and now that we got Vooch back, I don't know. I don't know, and I'm torn. But anyway, let's get into Vooch stats. 7 points, 13 rebounds. He did crash the board extraordinarily well. 3 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. Very good defensively. But 33%. Yeah, he's a star center. And the third option on offense, scoring the ball wise, you cannot have, as Nikola Vucevic, you cannot have 7 points. In a game, what's Vooch averaging this year? He's averaging 13. So if Vooch gives you his average, we win that game. If Vooch gives you, you telling me Vooch couldn't get 4 more points? He couldn't put the basket in the hole 4 more times? I mean, 2 more times? He's 7 feet tall. He's already at the basket. You telling me he can't get that? He can't get in position down low to get 2 extra shots in? The Bulls would win. We would have won this game. And I'm never the type of person to put it all at the feet of one guy, because like I discussed earlier, LaVine and Ball both had inefficient scoring nights. And, you could argue that if they gave you anything, if Kobe White came off the bench and shot better than 25%, they would win. And that's valid points. But those guys aren't the star. Those guys aren't the star center who we came over here to be that third option on offense. So, I don't know. How we feeling? Let's let me know in the comments. How we feeling about Vooch, man? At this point. Because, I mean, we got a large enough sample size. The Bulls are 13-8, which is not great. How we feeling about Vooch? Because I'm starting to cool off on him, to be honest with you. I thought he was a lot better than what he's showing. And it may be the system. Because like I said, they're obviously still working out some kinks with this offense. And, but 13-8, man, the clock is ticking. But yeah. 3 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks, 33% from the field, 9 shots to get 7 points is never good. 0 for 3 from 3, 50% from field goals. He had 3 turnovers to go with that. But somehow he had a positive plus minus. I don't really understand the plus minus. I mean, that's clearly not a good game. Javonte Green was in there doing Javonte Green things, which is bringing the energy and helping out on defense. Caruso was amazing off the bench tonight, 22. That's what I said. I really don't want to get rid of him or Kobe White. Not, you know what I'm saying? But I think Coby White might have to be a casualty of war, so to speak, collateral damage, to get an upgrade at that center spot, man. Like it's one of the things I just think it's gonna have to happen, and I don't want it to happen. But Coby White just might have to, because him and Caruso occupy like that same place, that backup point guard, that 6-man to come in and control the game, or keep the offense afloat when Lonzo and them guys come out. They both occupy that same space. And that's the only thing that makes Coby White kind of expendable. But Caruso and Coby White, I really would like to keep both of them guys. They could be like the watered down Zach LaVine and Lonzo off the bench. So Caruso, the bald Mamba, the GOAT, 22 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists. Let's go. A steal. 75% from the field. Come on. Is Caruso better than Vooch? I think Caruso's better than Vooch right now. Is Caruso better than... Sheesh, this, man. 75% from 3, 3 for 4, 7 for 7 from the free throw line. Let's go. Positive 3. If I'm not mistaken, that's the highest plus line. Him and Coby White were tied. As I'm talking about both of them, they were tied with the highest plus minus on the team. Shout out to those guys. And Coby White didn't have a good game at all. Like I said, I don't really understand the plus minus, but they both had the highest plus minus on the team. So that's worth something, I guess. Coby White, 4 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. 25, this man took 8 shots to get 4 points. Get out of here. 0 for 5 from 3. It's just not, yeah. And look, so now I'm going to get into my takeaway. The one takeaway I had. Those were the stats. A lot of, outside of the Rose and outside of Caruso, literally nobody else had an efficient scoring night. They put up significant points. And the Bulls only lost by 3. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. The Bulls, nobody shot the ball well except DeRozan and Caruso. 2 people. 1 starter and 1 bench player. And we only lost by 3. So, my takeaway is the Bulls got it right, but Vucevic held them back. The Bulls got it right, but Vucevic held them back. What I mean is, play style-wise, they were fast. Lonzo Ball had the ball in his hand a great deal. He was wheeling and dealing a great deal. When Alex Caruso came in there, he had the ball in his hand a great deal. He was wheeling and dealing a great deal. DeRozan was putting in buckets. LaVine was getting buckets and efficiently. Like, they were playing fast, and you see what I mean? Even though when you play that Lonzo Ball style, that fast pace, up and down, everybody getting involved, even if you got a team full of inefficient scoring, it's happening so fast that you're still in the game. And all they would have needed was for their star center to be a fraction of what they brought him there to be. All he had to do is give them 2 baskets extra than what he gave. And they would have won this game. And like I said, I know it sounds like I'm blaming Vooch, but the fact that Vooch stands out, his inefficiencies, his lack of productivity stands out, is because he's playing 30 minutes a game. You brought him here to be a star. You didn't bring him here to be he's barely better than Tony Bradley. That's a Tony Bradley stat line. And that's what gives validity to the rumors or the desire from some Bulls fans to upgrade at the center spot. Vooch is a star in this league. He has been an all-star in this league. But I'm thinking that may have been due to him being in a small market, the kind of, like I said, big fish in a small pond kind of thing. I just don't see it, man. And I'm patient with guys, because I know circumstances matter. I know system matter. I know people have to gel and get used to each other, but I just don't see it. But the silver lining is, like I said, I only got one takeaway. The silver lining is that despite our all-star center being not good at all, they only lost by 3. So Lonzo Ball is not going to always shoot 27% from 3. We know that. Zach LaVine is not going to always build a brick house with his shots. We know that. You know what I'm saying? So this was the Heat didn't prove that they're better than the Bulls or whatever. The Bulls are not frauds because of this game. None of that. They just, what it comes down to is an uncharacteristic game. See, that's like these bad shooting performances. These are uncharacteristic games for Lonzo and LaVine. This is how Vooch has been all year. So as I'm looking at LaVine and Lonzo, I'm thinking, okay, well, the next game, they're not going to be like that. They're going to be killing it. They're going to be hitting all their shots. They're going to be doing this. Lonzo Ball's going to fill it up from the 3. And if they keep the ball in his hand, that means he could very much, he's going to be, Lonzo's going to be all right. LaVine is going to be all right. Those guys are legit. I think, like I said, I think everybody kind of knows at this point who the real big 3 is. But this, I can fully expect Vooch to give this same productivity next game. That's just what he's been doing. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't understand how he falls off. How do you fall off so hard? Like, let me know in the comments. Like I said, I'm not gonna drag this one out too long. It's not really all I got is the one takeaway. And I think that is what it's gonna ultimately comes down to is that we gotta find an upgrade for Vooch. I think we're gonna have to package. I would like if the right deal is out there for the right big man. I don't even know what the big man market looks like right now, but we can't continue like this. He's too slow to run fast with Zoe, and he's not hitting his shots enough to be the trailing 3-point shooter. Like you know what I mean? Like he's not athletic enough to really keep up with the speed once them guys start running to where Zoe can drop it all to him and he can go up and boom it. Like a Zion or like a Dwight Howard in his prime would, and he's not hitting the 3 nearly good enough to where, all right, he's the trailer and Zoe can leave it back for him or Caruso can leave it back for him and trust them to knock it down. So that's what it's come to, man. I think that that's a very real issue. And I think that the Bulls need to look at a possible upgrade for Vooch. I hope that doesn't mean getting rid of Coby White because I like, he looks like he's starting to get his legs back. And I think him and Caruso could be like Zach LaVine and Lonzo off the bench. And I think that's valuable to the team. And but let me know in the comments how y'all feeling about that. Am I overreacting to Vooch, man? How we feeling about Vooch, man? How we feeling? But like I said, the silver lining is that they played the way that they're supposed to play. And you see that when they play fast like that and they get up a lot of shots and they get a lot of opportunities on the fast break, even if two of their best players have the most inefficient some of the most inefficient games that they've had so far this season, they still only lose by 3 against a top tier Eastern Conference Miami Heat team. So I guess that's if you can find solace in that, that's about all the positive that came out of that. And but yeah, I guess that's about it. I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all get up out of here. This is another episode of Intellectually Honest. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and that notification bell. That way you be notified every time I drop. Help the channel keep growing. I really appreciate y'all showing love. I'm over 250 subscribers. And I just want to say thank you again for that, as always. And catch y'all on the next one.